Ruslan.
Yeah, honestly, and that's why we tell guys, you know, we have a Money Monday, a Womanizer Wednesday, Fitness Friday. The reason why we do that is because we tell guys you got to become the best version of yourself, and then the byproduct of that is the girls will like you.
And Womanizer Wednesday is a part of that growth, huh?
Yes, it is.
And Womanizer Wednesday is a part of that growth.
We talk about
genuinely like nice dudes that got over by like bad women, like in your life maybe, that like came in and like finessed you and like, and my fear would be that your audience of people that really trust you and look up to you would then learn, you're teaching them how to go down the path to be defensive and scared of women, and then they could potentially finesse and for other women that were innocent, had nothing to do with it, and then they become the women that you're talking about.
Well, we're not as what a great assessment he made. Now watch the response.
If that's the case,
we're not scared. We haven't been hurt. It's more like we understand the dangers of dating women, and we want guys to know, look, just look for these things so you don't get finessed.
We understand the dangers of dating women. Look for these things so you don't get finessed.
That's the biggest thing, because if you don't know going into it, you're gonna be like, yeah, she loves me for me. Probably not. So it's like, okay, no, understand who you are, what you want.
Why wouldn't she love you for you? You're great, bro.
Andrew.
Hey, bro.
Stop the cap, bro. Stop the cap.
Hey.
There's a lot here, man. Now we're getting to the center of the crux of the issue.
Here's the thing. In this world, it's either pimp or be pimped.
Yeah.
And there it is. There's everything you need to know about Fresh and Fit. In this world, it's either pimp or be pimped. That's it. That's all you need to know. The entire paradigm of the way these brothers view the world is you either conquer or you get conquered. You're either prey or you become the prey. You either pimp or you get pimped. That's it. So though it's, we're helping men get in shape and be funny and work on their mental health and their financial, that's the crux. All the other stuff is peripheral when the core of how you view the world is your pimp or get pimped. That says everything, does it not? So then if I viewed the world the way they did, I have to be a predator or someone's gonna destroy me. Well, then I may come to some of the same conclusions.
Yeah.
So if we can arm guys with the tools.
What is that, dog? That's what I'm saying. Your views are very black and white. You're too old to be thinking like this.
Word.
Hey, man. Well, we can have different worldviews, but if we look at it,
we can have different worldviews. You notice he acknowledged that this is a worldview he has.
it's pimp or be pimp, baby. So I'd rather equip the guys with the tools so they can go out there and navigate the
and do the pimping
marketplace in a way where
yeah,
they
you
won't
don't
get
think that's
finessed.
a dangerous mindset for the world to have?
Did I pimp my wife?
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yeah. Or
Hey,
is she
man.
pimping you? Same with all of us. But like, not for real. Like, what if we're also telling you that that's not the experience? And that maybe there's experiences you've had and being in a fucked up dating scene like Miami, right? And we know it could get wild, especially if you're going to like these types of parties. You got a lot of girls that are like literally paid to be there. And they might be paid to do other stuff as well. So if you're interacting with these girls.
This is why we talk about this stuff. Because people be like, no, Ruslan, you don't understand. Red pill community is so helpful to me, man. It's men's improvement, man. I gotta get out my mom's basement and go hit the gym and meet some girls, man. Fam, if the crux of this conversation is coming down to a worldview that you're being programmed to see the world in pimped or be pimped, it is dark and that you're going to come apart. I promise you. And this is the beauty, how I view the world in every transaction, in every single thing that I do, in every way that I approach every relationship, every business venture, every YouTube video. You know what I do? And this is what you should do. You should always be looking for the win-win. How do both people win in this transaction, from this video, from this hoodie, from this course, from this whatever? In my marriage, how do we both win? What is my wife ultimately after? What am I ultimately after? It's not a pimp or be pimped. My wife's not pimping me. I'm not pimping my wife. We have a mutual love and respect for each other, and we are after helping the other person win. That is the difference between what they're propagating, which is the same nonsense I heard from boys when I was like 15, 16 years old, the guys that knew everything about women. It's the same toxic stuff. It just sounds more sophisticated because Kevin Samuel says some stuff that's overlapping, but it's the same nonsense that we've been hearing from guys in a neighborhood that thought they knew something about women. But when you grow up, you discover that the way you actually thrive is not by taking advantage of people, it's by doing right by people. Everybody. The waitress that brings you your food, do right by her. Go above and beyond. Bless her. Be generous. The tip is 15%. You leave 30%. The person that's checking you out, you be generous, you be kind, you do right by everybody. That's how you win in this world. That is the worldview that is driven from an intimacy with Jesus. Understanding that my life is not my own, that I am a representative and an ambassador for Christ, that how I treat the least of these, that if I put others before myself, it's an upside down kingdom, and they're missing it. They're completely blind to it. So you're going through the world with your dukes up, thinking everybody's trying to finesse you and beat you up. And people are like, you stupid. What are you doing? That's not how you win. That's not how you succeed. You succeed by helping and serving people. You succeed by looking for the win-win. I know I'm preaching and some of you guys are checking out, but guys, don't buy into this thinking. Don't buy into this. In order for you to win, someone else has to lose. That's not how a marriage works. That's not how you winning with money works. That's not how you getting in shape works. That's not how you growing in your career works. Nobody got to lose for you to become wealthy. Nobody got to lose for you to have a fire marriage. That's a zero-sum way of approaching life. It's a net positive, fam. We win, I win, everybody can win. So this is the part where I'm telling y'all like, Ruslan, why you keep talking about this? Because there's gonna be young men that click on this video that are gonna come and try to call me a simp and say I'm a beta and leave some little snarky comment, and they'll God willing watch long enough to see how toxic this worldview is and to see that there's an alternative in following Jesus that revolutionizes everything. And Jesus said, if you want to be first, you need to be last. That when the disciples were arguing amongst themselves about who was going to be the greatest in the kingdom, Jesus never rebuked them and said, how dare you desire to be great? Jesus said, you want to be great? Go serve. You want to be great? Be a servant of all if you want to be great in the kingdom. It's an upside down kingdom. There's nothing wrong with desiring to be successful, desiring to be great, desiring to be effective, desiring to help people. There's nothing wrong with that. Desiring to have a great marriage. But it's called servant leadership. You lead by service. As if you're listening to these dudes and you trolling, you think it's fun, whatever, man, listen, you do you. But I promise you, this is not a helpful, healthy, pragmatic, practical, beneficial way to view life. And that's the underlying agenda of everything they're trying to sell you. Pimp or be pimped. There's those of us that decided to unhinge ourselves from participating in sex work a long time ago because Jesus freed us. And we are neither pimps nor are we being pimped. And there's freedom in Christ. So it's way darker than we think it is on the surface. And I'm glad that Flagrant went and really exposed like the conclusions that they're operating under. The conclusions that they're operating under are very, very dark. Dare I say demonic. To view the world as pimped or be pimped, so therefore you need to have the upper hand advantage at all times. That's demonic, fam. Don't be pimped. Don't be a pimp. Don't even operate with this paradigm of thinking. Only surround yourself and work with and cooperate with people that are looking for the win-win. Love you guys.
Kingstream Entertainment. Ruslan.
Yo, thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. Be sure to check out the links in the description for some free resources, including a How to Study the Bible course, a Find Your Niche course if you're looking to get into the creator space, and a Master My Habits course that I put together with my Christian therapist, Dr. Rudy. And check out some of these other videos recommended from me and YouTube to you. Make sure you're subscribed with the bell notification on, and I will see you next time, all right?